Welcome to the Secondary Research for Marketing tutorial. In this tutorial, you'll learn about the types of resources used in business research and their availability. You'll also be introduced to resources that will help you with your research for marketing assignments. Marketers are capable researchers. They do their own research, creating surveys and questionnaires to conduct what is called primary research. They also take advantage of material that's already been published. This type of research is called secondary research. Libraries are sources of secondary research. David Lamb Library is one of several library branches at UBC. The librarians at Lamb Library develop collections of books, articles, and video on a wide range of business topics. We also license educational subscriptions to highly specialized financial and company databases. The Lamb Library is located within the Canaccord Learning Commons on the second floor of the David Lamb Management Research Center, adjacent to the Henry Angus Building. We offer a drop-in research help service where we help students, faculty, and staff find information for their research projects and assignments. We also provide career search resources, and we have many resources on entrepreneurship. While we're happy to assist you with finding data, librarians are not permitted to help you decide on your topic, edit your assignment, or format your citations. Part 2, the Business Research Landscape. In your marketing course, you'll need to use several sources to complete your assignments, and you may need several different types of sources to get the information you want. While sources in other disciplines are often limited to scholarly articles, in business, you'll use others, which we'll look at in a moment. Information may not exist or be formally published, so you'll need to be flexible and work with what is available. Let's think about an example. Say you're doing market research for an umbrella retail store that wants to open at UBC. For each of the following questions, think about whether or not the information would be published, and also who might publish it. UBC's Office of Planning and Institutional Research publishes quick facts and enrollment data. Information about the number of umbrellas purchased by UBC students is not available. Print Measurement Bureau is a commercial market research database that publishes the results of their surveys of Canadians' purchasing habits. Umbrellas can be found under the Luggage and Other Accessories subcategory. Environment Canada tracks daily rainfall data. In this exercise, we used multiple sources, and in one case, information was not available to answer our question. As we saw in the umbrella exercise, successful marketing research comes from using a variety of sources. You might use data from company websites or filings. We looked at a subscription-based commercial market research database, licensed through the library for student use. We also have databases focused on company research. Industry association websites provide reports for their members and sometimes make them freely available to non-members. Newspaper or popular news magazine articles are also great sources. While you won't always find a free version on the internet, many news sources are available through the library. We also saw that statistics and demographics can come from government agencies. So what about using Google? We know that a lot of research starts there, and you can see that a search like this one brings up different types of sources. Some will be useful, some not. One thing to be aware of on the internet is that you're often going to find something, but the quality of information really varies, as does your ability to access it. You have to be selective in what you use to make sure it's credible, and sorting through all the resources, 2.1 million here, can be an inefficient use of your time. But you can start to get a sense of the terminology used for your topic, and you might find some credible, current sources that are great for what you want. Part 3. Accessing Secondary Research. To access high-quality secondary research sources, start on the David Lamb Library homepage, lamb.library.ubc.ca. On this page, you can access business databases via the subject or A to Z lists. You'll also find links to research guides on business topics and course guides. Click the link to the COMM 296 and COMM 465 course guide to access resources that have been chosen by librarians in consultation with your instructor. The content in this guide was developed with your assignments in mind. The Good Sources page will help you think about what to look for and evaluate what you find, whether it's free online or accessed through the library. The other pages are focused on specific research topics. A reminder, to access licensed databases, you must connect through the library website. If you're off campus, log in through the library website's menu bar or click the Connect to Resource button from a database link in the research guide. You'll be prompted to enter your CWL and password. For technical assistance, click the Access Problems icon. Part 4. Researching Companies. Information is not equally available for all companies. Public companies, or companies traded on stock exchanges, are required to file reports with regulators. In Canada, this is the Canadian Securities Administrators, and in the U.S., the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is the federal agency providing oversight to the securities industry. Information on public companies includes regulatory filings and annual reports, financials, stock prices, information on executives, public competitor information, and any articles about company news or products. Information will also be repackaged as company profiles and analyzed by investment specialists. To find out if a company is publicly traded, check the company's website for an Investors section. This could be found in the About section under its own heading or may even be presented as an entirely separate website. The vast majority of companies are privately owned and not publicly traded. These companies are not required to file reports. It's therefore much more difficult to find information. You're limited to what the company chooses to disclose. Information you may be able to find includes press releases, information on public competitors, information on the company's industry, and if the company is doing something newsworthy, you may find articles about those events or products. The Marketing Research Course Guide features a page with resources to get you started on company research. For example, you can use profiles that have been created by the library for specific companies. These profiles contain links to secondary information, such as company profiles, related industry profiles, and article searches that you can modify. They're a good place to check to see if enough information is available on a company before choosing it for your project. Find more resources on our Complete Company Research Guide. Part 5. Articles. Because of the diversity of types and content, articles are a good place to start searching on any topic. Articles are reputable sources for varied perspectives and analysis. They can cover general or specific information, and you may find articles that cover current events or classic theories. Articles can be used for all types of business research, from industries and markets, to companies, to consumer behavior. Article databases allow you to search many sources at once. They contain full-text articles available for download, or listings of articles, also called indexes. The articles in databases come from scholarly journals, trade publications, newspapers, or chapters taken from books. You might find links to business article databases on the Internet using Google. However, the links you get on Google will lead you to a paywall where you have to log in as a subscriber or pay a fee to access the content. Instead, use the links to databases available from the David Lamb Library homepage and in UBC Research and Course Guides. As a UBC student, you can access library licensed databases off campus by logging in with your CWL. Searching databases is different than searching with Google. Databases search for exactly what you put in. Entering a sentence or question will cause the database to search for all of those words, and you won't get good results. Instead of asking for articles using a sentence, use single words and short phrases linked together using and or. These connecting words are also called Boolean operators. Linking your concepts together using and narrows your search. The database will search for articles that contain all the search terms you've entered. Using or expands your results. Use or between words with similar meanings. Here are a few more examples of words that can be combined using or. Including synonyms in your search can be important because different authors may use different terms or spellings. Business Source Complete database is a top source for business research. It contains articles, market research reports, and company, industry, and country profiles. You can see it provides 3 search boxes to start with. Start by putting your concepts in the search bar. Add more terms to narrow or expand your search. You can use the features on the left sidebar to limit and focus your results. For example, if you're only looking for recent information, use the date slider. You'll see icons that identify the type of article. You can limit to specific types of publications on the sidebar. However, don't forget that in business research, trade and news sources can be just as relevant as scholarly articles. Articles with full text will be available in HTML or PDF. UBC eLinks will direct you to other UBC Library licensed databases if the full text is available elsewhere. Finally, many databases have a Cite button, which will generate a citation in the style you choose, which you can then copy and paste into your reference list. Make sure you check these auto-generated citations carefully against your style guide. For example, this article's title has been made all caps, a mistake which is sure to stand out to your instructor. Part 6. Researching Industries and Markets. The Researching Industries and Markets page of your course guide has sources to help you research your company's industry and environment. 2 top sources are IBIS World and WARC. IBIS World contains industry and market research on over 700 industries, with reports for both the US and Canada. These reports feature several categories including industry overviews, products and markets, major companies, and operating conditions. If you can't find a report for Canada, you may need to look for US or global reports. WARC includes consumer trends, industry trends, case studies, prize-winning campaigns, and advertising cost data. For example, these recommended cases showcase how leading brands in various sectors achieve key marketing objectives. Find a full list of industry and market research databases on the guide, and check out our complete industry and market research guide for more strategies and sources, as well as our specific industry guides. Part 7. Researching Customers. The Researching Customers page includes some key resources like Print Measurement Bureau, which conducts annual surveys of Canadian consumers on their buying habits. To access the data, connect to the database and click on Product Data. Then select Demographics. Expand the categories and click on blue text to generate a report. The data is organized by categories and includes demographic breakdowns. Use the limiters or export the data to Excel. For more instructions about how to use Print Measurement Bureau, view the short videos on the database launch page. Part 8. Citing your sources and final tips. When you take information from a secondary source, such as an article, a website, a book, statistics, a video, or a market research report, you must acknowledge it by citing it within the body of your report and in a bibliography. APA is the style most commonly used in business, but check with your instructor to confirm which style to use in your assignments. On your course guide, you'll find 2 documents to help get you started using APA. The UBC Library Getting Started with APA Style Guide includes the basic rules, how to cite different sources in text, and how to list them in your reference list. APA Business Citation Examples has tips on citing business sources, and lists our databases alphabetically with examples for the various types of sources you'll find in them. Take a few minutes to find citation examples from the market research databases we've looked at in the tutorial. Ensure you start your research early. Make sure you leave enough time to research, read and analyze what you find, write your report, and cite your sources. It's important to be realistic about what information is available. You may need to be flexible in your search strategy. Tracking your secondary sources can save you time when you're writing up your report. Librarians are available to help. Visit our drop-in research help desk in the Canaccord Learning Commons from 1 to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday.